The self-examination process is one where we don't have to get DCA review, but even under that program, every few years, you need to get reviewed by the DCA. So this is simply saying that we're aware, the governing body is aware of requirements and limitations on what you can ask about potential employees, criminal records, and how it can impact your hiring decisions. So that's all. We're aware of that. You want to you would do a roll call, huh? We'll do a roll call on everything today.
Mayor Maley?
Yes.
Commissioner Leonard?
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski?
Yes.
Okay. And then we have the, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We have the introduction and approving the 2020 municipal budget.
So this year's budget, we're actually very happy with in light of this pandemic and in light of some pretty stark facts like we've lost $650,000 in revenues this year. Think in terms of parking, all our rec programs, construction code fees, community center operations, the rec programs, everything. We are way down in our revenues. We've been moving forward with our couple different projects, the public safety building being one, the library grant program, which we haven't gotten yet, but we've had the budget a matching grant of that of $287,000 to match what we hope we get from the state, which is another $287,000. With that, we have a tax increase on the average property of approximately $54 a year. The average property in town is $230,000. It's roughly $54 per year. We of course have had some additional COVID expenses this year. We're hopeful and we're expecting that we're going to be approved for the CARES funding through actually federal money that's come through the county to us. Final announcements haven't been made on that, but we hope we get that recovery. We expect to. And I guess the only other major item in the budget I'd mention is that we're beginning the process for accreditation of our police department. That process is one that will take a year to 18 months. It's one that does two things. One, kind of holds us to the best practices and standards within policing. And it also provides an insurance benefit for us because by following those guidelines and operating the department in accordance with those best practices, we get a discount on our insurances. So we spend a little bit of money, it makes sure we're doing everything right, and it saves us a little bit of money. That's all I have on introducing it. Rob, Joan, anything you want to add?
No, that covered everything. From my perspective, it covered everything perfectly. Thank you.
Okay.
I just really want to thank, Betty Jo and all the department heads for really working very hard. I was saying to someone likening this budget and this time as almost like a game of Jenga, right? You got the big tower and, we've had to, obviously react to a pandemic of, pulling things out, let's say parking, for two reasons, right? For the health of safety of people and the touch points that meters are, and then also to support our local economy by keeping, parking accessible. And those come at a cost, and they're ones that we bear because in the long run, it keeps that tower up. So I think making decisions has been hard, but I think would have been far worse is not to make decisions, because not only is it about our finances, but it's really about the safety and the quality of life that we have. And I really just want to say thanks to really all the staff that worked very hard, because there were a lot of no's that we said in the budget as well for them and things that they anticipated they need, but that's necessary. And I'm glad we're doing it that way.
Okay, Hal?
Okay, Mayor Maley,
Yes.
Commissioner Leonard,
Yes.
and Commissioner Lewandowski.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I have for today.
Okay, you got it. I'm going to open it up for any public comment. you simply raise your hand if you would like to make any comment or question or whatever you would like to say. Just checking over. Okay. Kate, I don't know why I can't. I see you raised your. Oh, there we go. Okay, Kate, it looks like you're muted.
Yeah, I unmuted myself.
There you go. But I think I recognize you. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering firstly, where will the full budget be available for the public review and when?
It should be up. It should be up. It should be up on the website today.
Okay. And it would be under budgets then, or it would be in drafts, or where would that be?
I'm not sure exactly where it would be, but it'll be up on the website.
Okay.
It'll be hopefully someplace it's not, a treasure map to find.
Got it. And then is this public comment for everything or just budget related?
No, you can make, no, this is our meeting. You can comment whatever you like.
Okay, I also wanted to comment, I appreciate that there was a police review committee or public input committee formed. I think that's a great gesture and that needs to happen. That's a positive step. I did see elements that I thought could be maybe better addressed on the application. I think it's a little problematic for people to have a background check in order to be part of that committee. I think that would be off-putting to many. It seemed kind of laborious that you had to have all these like references. And I think a lot of the conversation about policing are conversations also about Black Lives Matter and ethnicity. So noting that, I can understand that we want that committee to be diverse and represent Collingswood well. But I think just asking people to put down their ethnicity at a moment really when most applications don't necessarily even ask you to check that box. It just felt like it could be handled a little more like, I don't know, differently so that people might feel more inclined to jump in and feel a little less excluded from that process potentially if they didn't want a background check, if they didn't want to know ethnicity, et cetera.
Okay, we'll check. I'm pretty sure the background check, like these committees are all part of the State Attorney General's program, actually that he announced last fall. And I think that we pulled it from there. So we'll check and just see about that. And about asking ethnicity, well, you hit on the head about why we're doing it. We want to make sure that that we've got a good mix of everybody, all shapes and sizes on this committee. So it's kind of tough to do that. Don't want to go through until we see people and know whether we're putting together a diverse group. So I get that it's not the usual you get listed, but for this, we think it's something that we need to do. Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Any other member of the public wish to comment? Okay, we are adjourned. The next meeting will be our regular meeting, the first Monday in August, and then the special meeting on adoption of the budget is August 26th at 7 p.m. Thanks all, and thanks to everybody, all the borough staff jumping on wherever you are. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Be safe.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye.